Hi everyone, welcome to a short video on command line commands. So this will hopefully give everyone a good warm and fuzzy about how to use their command line, what you can actually do on it, how you can navigate to different programs and stuff, and then utilize it for your programming. So to start with, for these set of commands will work for anyone on a Mac or a Linux machine, and for Windows users on Git Bash. So if you're just using regular command prompt in Windows, these commands won't work. So you'll want to use Git Bash. So a lot of people are scared of the command line, and they shouldn't be. You can mess up, but if you know what you're doing, it's actually a very, very helpful tool. So the first thing to kind of note is that when you open up the terminal, so this is what you'll get in Mac or Git Bash or whatever, you have a blank screen, but you are at some location on your computer. And most likely you will start off in the root of your computer. A root is just a fancy name for a specific spot in your computer, literally the root of your computer. And that goes, you can get to any specific location in your computer. So let's start off with the first command I want to show you, and that is ls. ls is going to list any files or directories or folders that are in the location you're at. So ls is going to show you here in my root, I've got my applications folder for Mac users. You're pretty familiar with that. My desktop, so everything on my desktop, not that there's much. Movies, music, pictures, yada yada. And from here, you can then go to any of those places very easily. Another useful command is pwd, which stands for print working directory. And basically that shows you what location you're at. So my root folder is at users GatorPass, because that's my typical username for things. So the most basic of commands there. The next command to actually help you navigate around your computer is the cd command, or change directory. And so this command just lets you go into a folder, basically. It's essentially as if you double clicked into it. So if I do cd projects, because that was a folder that was listed when I typed ls, I will now be in the projects folder. If I type pwd, I have the full path to the projects folder. And if I open up, so for Mac users, you can use the open command to open a folder. For Windows users, I believe it's Explorer. So I'm going to do open dot. That will open a finder to that folder. And all these folders and files are my little projects. If I type ls, these two things will match. So there's there's activity, clicky game. Everything in here matches what's over in the folder. So that's another thing that I kind of want to express as I do this. The terminal isn't something mysterious or dark. It's just a way of navigating around your computer, and so everything in here mirrors when you're clicking around in your different folders and stuff. So cd change directory, very important command. If I want to go back a level in my back to the root per se, I can use dot dot. So cd dot dot says, hey, go up one level, and then I'll be back in my root. So in addition to these two commands, some important commands to know are touch, which is going to make a file. So if I do touch file.txt, so just a random text file, that is going to make a file called file.txt. And if I go into my Finder, you can see that file got generated. Another important command is the rm command. So that's for remove. So I can do file.txt to actually remove that file, and then it'll disappear. Another important command, kind of the same idea of touch, is mkdir. Stands for make directory, and so I can make a folder. So if I make a folder called files, make dir files, that will appear here. I can click into it just as I normally would. So there's really nothing fancy or special, like I said, going on in your terminal. It's just a way that you can control your computer. And so those are the most basic commands you'll really need in this course. There's a couple of quick pro tips. One, sometimes you can have long file or folder names. So if I was to go into a specific folder that has a long name, if I don't type out that name all the way, I'll get an error such as no such file directory. But there is a built-in way shortcut. If I type out the first few letters of any sort of folder or file and I hit tab, it will autocomplete. So that's a pro tip for you. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next video.